Is that not just like the perfect glass of white wine? It's all frosty. This is so crisp and fresh. I'm currently in Bedford, New York right now, and there is this adorable little wine shop that literally gave me a glass of this when I walked in. They're like, we just opened this up. Do you want a glass of wine? Yes. This tastes so close to a Sauvignon Blanc, and I asked them if that's what it was, and they actually couldn't tell me exactly what it is. It's all in Italian. I have no idea what this says. Okay, so today is a trying to make a video, and I'm super excited because I have so many new products to try. If you are new here, hello, my name is Cate. I'm an exclusively pro-choice influencer, and that means that I only feature products from brands that are in support of abortion rights. If you'd like to check out my pro-choice beauty brand list, you can always find that in one of two places, on Instagram as a pinned post or as a post on YouTube. So you would just go to my YouTube profile, click on posts, and it should be there. I have the new Jones Road Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer. I have all of the new Rare Beauty blushes. I have not tried any of these things yet. So we're gonna have to make some decisions because obviously I'm not gonna be applying all of these blushes. Initially, I thought that these were going to be too similar to the Tower 28 blushes just because the packaging looks quite similar, but actually this is a totally different release and a different type of blush than the Tower 28. So I'm really excited to dig into these. And I have new makeup from Versed. So Versed came out with a makeup line, and I've been hearing really good things. I was sent the foundation, and perhaps most exciting of all, I have the brand new Sarah Creal Cream Bronzer. This is maybe my favorite packaging for makeup I've ever seen. I love how funky and quirky it is, but it also feels very luxe. And Sarah Creal also sent me their beautiful dual-ended brush as well. So I'm trying to figure out which foundation to use. This is the Jones Road foundation, and this is too deep for me, which is kind of wild that something called Fair Ivory is too deep, but this is just too warm tone. Now, I suspect that this will actually be perfect for me in the summertime. And I can also see that this is indeed just what the title says, just enough. This is really creamy, but it's very stretchy and it's very, very light coverage. I'm not gonna be trying this today because it doesn't match my skin tone. So by default, I think I'm gonna be trying the Versed foundation. This is the multi-serum skin tint SPF 40. This looks a little bit lighter. This looks like it's probably gonna match my skin at this time better. And they sent me the shade 2N. Yeah, see, this is a completely different shade. Whoa, it's way different, folks. Okay, I was thinking that might be too light, but actually it's such light coverage and so stretchy that I think it might actually be just right, especially with the shade of my neck and my décolleté. I have like a lot of redness to my skin right now, more than usual, because I have finally fully committed to a retinol. I'm almost 42 and I've used retinol on and off, but you can't really use it on and off. So now I'm like I said, fully committing to it, and I'm kind of going through the redness phase. Wow, guys, I'm really loving the finish of this skin tint, because when I wear a skin tint, I want there to be a little bit of coverage. Just a little bit. I like something that's kind of in between a skin tint and a foundation. Yeah, that is really nice. And now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. Okay, I'm going in with my Tower 28 concealer, and I'm gonna use my sponge to apply. You know, a brush is nice, but I just always go back to my beauty blender. I just feel like it gives me the most flawless coverage. Just looks the most natural. The Tower 28 concealer in DTLA is literally my perfect concealer shade. Okay, next we're going in with, I think the thing I'm most excited about, which is the new Sarah Creal Cream Bronzer. At first I thought it might be a little bit too cool tone, but I'm taking that back. So let's see. I am gonna be using their beautiful dual-ended brush that they sent me. That's actually a lot more sun-kissed and less cool tone than I thought this shade was gonna be. So there's the lightest shade right there. I'm gonna go in with a light hand with this because I, as you can see, I'm Casper the Ghost. I think the key for me with how light I am right now is just going in with a little bit lighter hand, because I do think if I went ham with this, I do think it's buildable and it might be a little bit too much tan for me right now, but this is actually perfect. And I'm like thrilled to know that as pasty as I am right now, this is still wearable. Okay, so I'm gonna take this extra that I have and see if I can't just like use it as an eyeshadow. Use this other end of the brush to blend it out. Okay, that looks nice. I'm not sure if I like this as an eyeshadow as much as I like the Rare Beauty Liquid Contour as an eyeshadow. This feels like a dewier product, but it still looks nice. Yeah, so people who were thinking that the lightest shade is going to be like cool toned, it's really not. I'd say it's more like to the neutral to warm side of things. Just keep in mind that I'm a person who has very cool tone skin. I had someone comment recently and say that they thought my skin was warm. Guys, I'm the opposite of warm. I am cool tone Cassie over here. This is quite a bit more warm toned than I thought it was going to be. Now I'm going to go and set my face with powder just a little bit using my LYS setting powder in the shade Resilience, which is just a translucent powder. I'm just sitting here thinking if I would have gone with the Jones Road bronzer, like, yikes, how deep that would have probably been for my skin tone. But I'm really excited to try this in the right shade. Next, I'm gonna go in with my favorite brow product, which is the Merit Brow Pomade 1980. Just quickly do my brows. Okay, so I really love how this base turned out. I think everything looks gorgeous. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes, and I'm just going in with my Tower 28 mascara. This is still, in my opinion, the best mascara I've tried in the last few years. So I did try the Kulfi mascara, and I'll probably break that out in some upcoming videos, but I just have to say, did not come close to this mascara. For me, for what I like in a mascara, I didn't feel like it gave me like the lushness and the density, the volume that this mascara gives me. I don't know, I just kind of thought my lashes looked a little sparse with the Kulfi mascara as compared to like the oomph I can get with the Tower 28. But I do think that Kulfi mascara is really good for my lower lashes because it really gets in there and defines, and the brush is like really small. All right, now we're getting to the blush. And how am I going to choose a shade? How am I gonna do it? I think there are a total of 7 shades, and they're all the same shade names as their soft pinch blushes. I think I'm gonna do Hope. Hope is one of my favorite of their lip oil shades as well. And this is a cream blush. Oh my God, yes to that shade. And I'm cracking open a brand new of my favorite brush, period, point blank, full stop. This is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush Brush. I'm just gonna tap right into this. And I believe these are supposed to be a matte formula. Okay, that is gorgeous. And I know a lot of people have issues with their soft pinch liquid blushes. They're just super pigmented, and some might argue too pigmented. You have to go in with a very light hand with those. You have to be kind of precious. I'm not going in with a heavy hand with this, but I definitely feel like these blend easier, and this is a more approachable blush formula. Really excited to try all of the shades. And guys, this is blending out like with barely any effort at all. This is gorgeous. So the full name of this is the Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush. And this is a cushiony cream to powder formula that gives the dreamiest flush of color with a lasting blurred matte finish. This really does set down like I applied a powder, but I would argue that it looks more natural than a powder. And that's why I like that it's a cream to powder formula. And Hope is described as a nude mauve. The thing about this blush is it feels so like light and weightless. I'm gonna pull another shade just to swatch it for you guys so you can see, but this is the shade Happy. Oh, and they just feel like butter. So there's Happy. and there is Happy swatched. You can see what like a blurring perfect formula that looks like. Like that's swatched better than anything I've ever seen. It really gives your cheeks that like airbrushed look. And I bet these would also be beautiful on the lips as well. Okay, so I know I have a new lip product to show you guys from Versed, but I'm gonna save this because I wanna show you my new favorite lip product, period. I have been wearing this nonstop. This is the Lip Oasis from the Outset, and this is the tinted version. They just came out with these. This is called Dune, and this is the most beautiful Your Lip But Better glossy product. And on top of it, it's a lip mask. And I'm super picky about lip products. I'm super picky about lip masks because they have to be like the most hydrating, and that's exactly what this is. This is all I brought with me, actually. Like I've just been using these all day long at night. So first I'm going to line my lips with one of my Rhode lip liners, and I'm going to go in with one of my favorite shades, which is the shade Lift, which is a cool pink. And this is so close to my natural lip color, and I'm just melting that in with the other end. So there is Lift on its own, and now I'm gonna go in with Dune. So let me swatch this first. It's this beautiful sheer pink, and there is a swatch of Dune. Is that not just the perfect, like glossy kind of pinky nude lip? Wow, and I love how everything turned out with this makeup look. I have to say that's not always the case with a trying new makeup video because I'm trying so many different things that don't necessarily go together, but I'm loving this makeup look. This is breathtaking. This foundation knocked it out of the park. Okay, Versed. And these blushes are gorge. Before I wrap this up, there's one more thing I want to mention to you guys. I do have a membership for my YouTube channel. It's called The Good Job Gang, and I've had this for years, but I've been looking for a worthwhile perk to give my members, and I finally figured it out. I'm gonna start doing members only lives. Now, my live streams were very popular during the pandemic, and I really miss that aspect of my channel. So I thought, what better way to provide my members with a nice perk than to do members only lives. So if you're a person who loves live streams and loves the interaction of that, definitely consider joining my membership. It is $4.99 a month. If you are interested in joining the Good Job Gang, the link is going to be down below in the description box, along with everything I talked about here today. I am so grateful to my members, and membership is another way that I'm able to keep bringing you guys content and doing what I'm doing. All right, you guys are the best. Please stay safe out there, and cheers till next time.